It's your girl, Little Mo, a.k.a. Godmother, also known as the R&B Diva from L.A. And right about now, you're tuned in to The Biz with D, as in David. Johnny's. No, I'm just kidding. Ha!
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to The Biz with D on My Fierce Wings Radio. David Dwayne, a.k.a. the rock star on that mic. Yes, yes. And right now we have Little Mo. I mean, if you guys don't know who Little Mo is, I mean, she is seriously an R&B diva, was on the show R&B Divas L.A. I mean, just a damn great singer, and she sings her face off for real. She don't need auto-tune or anything. She the truth, and she's with us. What's going on, Mo?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. Thanks so much for coming on the show. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for that great introduction, because sometimes people get, hey, Mo, like, what the? Thank you for the great introduction.
Oh, no problem. I mean, you deserve it. I mean, you've done great things, and, I mean, you really are a singer. Or I should say a singer, not like these other people, like these other females that be, trying it.
Yeah. Some people are just an image, and I'm cool with that. But then there's some people that are image and singing and just a total package. Thank God for the era that I grew up in, because they made sure that, we were the total package. Now people are just running and jumping to whatever they think is cute or hot for right now, but it's just sad that they may be forgotten in a year or so. But I'm just glad that I'm here, and I've been here since, I know we did Hot Boys in 98 or 99, so that's like 14 years. So, yeah. For me to be still around and still relevant and still look good, like, come on, son.
Exactly. Now, Mo, I have something that I know that's pretty interesting about you. Your mother's name is Cynthia, right?
Yes. Yep.
So you're almost like a junior.
Yeah, I actually am, but since I'm married and my last name has changed, I was allowed to drop the junior. But, yeah, I'm a female junior.
Wow,
yep.
That's pretty unique. Who would have known?
I know, right? I was just like, y'all couldn't think of no other name, but hey, to God be the glory.
Right. Yes, ma'am. And I know you're married, and your husband does. He's definitely involved with the church, and you guys, I know that your family is really into church. Now, I heard that your children really love singing in church. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. My dad's church and the church that my husband is in are two different ones, so I try to, divvy my time up between going to both. But my dad's church, my kids are like part of the praise team, when they're not acting shy. But the crazy thing about them being shy is that everybody that goes to church is related to us or is like some type of way connected to us, like far as family. So I don't understand their shyness, but they need to get out of that. And, we're just always in church. That's how I was growing up, and that's how they're going to be. Like, there's just certain things that they don't have a choice on, and church is one of them. Like, I believe in training the child up so that when they do, get of age, and they'll just know and have the knowledge of what I think helps me stay focused and grounded throughout my life.
Definitely. And that's a great way to, to raise your children in the right way. Because some people, they just have their children and they can become ratchet, and they be off the chain, and you just be like, whose child is this?
Yeah, and there's some ratchet children in the church, but it's like, once you get a certain age, you're just like, my mom would be ashamed. Like, I didn't ever want to do anything or be seen doing anything that made my mom and dad ashamed or that damaged my family name, because, like, I'm telling you, your family name, that's basically, you come in this world with it and you leave out with it. You don't, because you ever see somebody's family, you're like, yeah, their whole family is ratchet. There's some that just have one or two, but when the whole family is like, God, everywhere they go, they always turning up, and not in a good way. So with my maiden name being Loving, Loving, I wanted that to have a great, connotation, just to be like, when people think of that, they're like, yo, that name, that's hot, So I just made sure that I upheld and I set a standard that when it came to my behavior in and outside, that I just wanted to be good. I don't want my good to be evil spoken of, so I made sure that I maintain a certain image my whole career.
Absolutely. Now, you said outside image and personality. Now, can we think it's R&B Divas with you and Miss Kelly Price in outside with her calling her husband, like, out of nowhere? What was going through your mind? Because I'm going to tell you real quick what's going through my mind. I was thinking to myself, like, really? Is that necessary, Kelly? For what? Like, she's just asking you a question.
maybe she couldn't answer it, and maybe she needed her whoever she yelled for, her husband, and, you know, like, he's her husband, but he's also her manager. So maybe she wasn't ready for that question. They didn't rehearse that part. I don't know. To this day, I don't know why she yelled for her husband, because the way she yelled in the shrill in her voice was as if she was in distress, or as if she was being attacked, and it totally wasn't like that. And that's why I made mention. I said, listen, I came in healed, so you know I came in peace. My spirit wasn't in no type of way like I'm trying to do anything to contradict her brand, or, you know, to conflict with her. I never wanted any conflict with her, because she was the one that I knew. Her and Shantae I knew before the show. I've worked with Shantae before. But with Kelly, like, we have so many of the same friends. It's like sometimes you be friends with people because of everybody else. You be like, oh, my God, we know all the same people. But, you know, later for that, because I personally feel that she played herself, and it wasn't even that serious.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't.
It wasn't. It wasn't that serious for her to be, like, acting very high sedity, I guess maybe that may be the word I want to use.
Acting grand.
Yep.
Well, this is a TV show, and when you act grand, at least look like $1 million. Hello? True.
Ooh. Yes, Mo.
because I had came there, like, I was just like, when I look back and saw what I had on, I was just like, I was neat, I had on heels. I was just like, I'm going to come, I'm going to read. Because sometimes if I would have came there and sweat and my hair pulled back, then I would have, like, the vibe in the room, she was like, oh, she coming to fight. But the fact that I came in pink, which is a peaceful color, like, just notice the whole scene. People didn't even peek that. People just said, well, you just came trying to do what you had to do to keep it moving. I came in heels, makeup, a hat, some glasses, my nails was done. So I was just like, yo, I'm just coming to talk. I'm coming to be an adult. But there's some people who just wasn't ready for it. Am I mad? Nope. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready at all. And I know that there was, like, a big controversy between this whole diva monologue, like, just the monologues thing in general. But you, Claudette, Michelle, and Shantae definitely decided, you know what, let's go off and do our own thing, and let's do our own monologues and really tell our story. And I have to commend you. I love it. Your story, I would have not known that had happened to you. Like, that's deep.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of times, and for years, I've had to suppress what has happened, and I honestly thought that this situation was going to be a way to make it easy for me to, like, tell my story. But I was just like, you know, there was a time, and I'll tell you, like, when it got to the end, when all of us, not all of us, but when the other girls started falling out, like, when Kelly started going in on Shantae and when Dawn quit, I was just like, well, maybe, you know, I started seeing some red flags. Well, maybe I shouldn't tell my story. Maybe, you know, I should wait. But then my husband and my team just kept on saying, trust the process, trust it. Don't be a leader like you always. And I was just like, yeah, but then sometimes when the leader just won't fall back, like, maybe I should just sit this one out because, like, we losing some soldiers. But then everybody ain't a soldier. Some people are just cowards. Let's be clear. Some people just join. When people join the military, everybody don't join to fight their country. Some people join because they're like, oh, are they going to pay for my college? People have other agendas. People's other agendas.
Yeah.
Coming out. And as much as I felt like, well, is this me? I was like, no. I kept on pushing forward towards the mark for everything that I had set out to do. I did not move my family, pack up the majority of my things, and spend a lot of money, you know, to make sure that we can maintain our life still back at home in Baltimore, as well as them LA high ass prices, to come out there to quit, to lose, and to be like, to not, you know, be a healer or to set people free. I honestly never in a million years would have thought that our Diva Love would have, you know, set this many people free and had so many people like, yo, y'all really helped. I honestly didn't realize that. But when I look back, and the same wizard that they speak of and the production company kept on saying, yo, Mo, trust me, this is going to work. And trust me, this will work. If you just trust the process, we will make, like, you will be booked for real. Like, you will see that people will gravitate to you because you share your story. I don't want to share my story. I don't want to tell all my business. I don't want to, and I complain, but I never did it on camera because there were times where I was allowed to, like, voice my opinions and be like, yeah, well, this person ain't talking to me, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's worth to keep on pushing on because I don't want people to think that I'm a troublemaker. And it's just like, sometimes you just got to keep it moving without them. If they were really your friend, they will understand. And I realized that once I didn't keep on following the KP train, as soon as I was just like, you know what, I'm going to stick to who I signed my contract to, me and her, she became very combative. And I'm cool with that to this day because at the end of the day, I know that I came to win, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Definitely.
I'm not winning, or I don't want people to get it twisted because they're like, yeah, why do you keep on talking about it? I was like, because I've done radio and I know that, you know,
right.
A lot of people want to know, different people want to know, like, what happened, because somebody may be going through it with one of their friends. Like, yo, there's some people who grow with people. You're like, Dad, I never knew that you was like this. There are a lot of people who are going through people and friendships that they thought was true, and then you get to a point where they're like, well, if you ain't with me, then you against me. It's just like, no, sometimes I can't be with you because I have children, and I have to, you know, I have to complete what is destined for me. Because had I not done and just jumped ship and went her way, I would not be booked to this day. People would not be rocking with me. Let's be real. So that's one false friendship that I say I didn't mind losing, because I know that my heart was in the right place, and I never intended any harm or ill feelings, or even to this day, I do not hate that girl. Do I want her to get help? Yes, because running around and just being mean to people, and just that, nobody has time for that.
And you just brought up something, the being booked. I'm booked. You really been booked for real.
Yeah,
you've been booked for a minute. I haven't seen anything with her. Like, that's no shade to her, and she's been on our network and everything, but I haven't seen it.
Nobody has. And I'm like, well, maybe she didn't allow cameras in the bookings that she had. Because, you know, usually once you book, then you want something. It's going to hit Instagram, social cam, Twitter. People are like, yo, so-and-so is here. You're going to see some footage of it. To this day, nobody has seen any footage. And that's not trying to be shady. Well, unless you can show me the tape, it didn't exist. Hello? So that's just real talk.
Now, take me to the moment at the reunion special when she had made that announcement about, and she didn't include your name. Though that you guys had, you know, a bad interaction. What were your thoughts?
I wasn't mad at all, because I knew that there was nothing that she came up with. I, to this day, don't know who's over that tour, but I do know that tour that she mentioned never came into fruition. So I wasn't even tripping, because I knew at the end of the day, my demographic is totally different. Now, you're going to do an R&B Divas inspired tour. If there were 13 divas all in total, 7 from the ATL show and 6 from ours, then everybody should have been sent an email and a chance to say yay or nay. And I'm not over that, and I honestly don't care. Because I like Kiki, she cool, Faith is cool, and Nikki cool with me. I wouldn't have wanted to be on there with Charli. I have no desire to tour her. Yes, she can sing, but her attitude, like, I cannot deal with it. I cannot. Like, I can't. Like, I can't. Unless I'm getting paid all this money and keep me away, then I'll go do my show. But it doesn't make sense to be on tour with somebody. Like, I can't do fake. I'm sorry. It won't last. It will be a mess, because people really be trying it, and I don't. When people try, it's just like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to somebody who actually cared about you? Half these people that maybe think they care about them really don't. But the ones who really care, and the ones who are really loyal, are always the one who get hurt. That's why I was just like, Chad, I'm not risking no more of my sanity for nobody. Never again.
I hear you on that. So now, you would pretty much say that everything that we saw was true as far as that editing was concerned.
Yeah, and as far as my part was concerned, there was nothing rehearsed. We didn't sit down and be like, okay, say, today we're going to do this. All my stuff was real. All my stuff was true. I can't. But at the end of the day, it still worked. Like, if they like, today we're going to go, only thing you get to know is just like the location, and today we're going to discuss, meet with Fred, so you could go. So it's not no script that you get. This is reality TV. So they tell you where you're going to be, what time you need to be there, and how long you're expected to be there. And that's it. And it's basically putting you in a situation where, how would you work this out? Because people really watch reality TV because they like, yo, I would have did this, I would have did that. People are looking to find a way at a certain situation. Like, when it came to like Dawn, with her being her fertility issues, there are a lot of women that's not even her age, maybe even younger, maybe even older, who are battling with that. That was a great story to tell. But when she quit, it was just like who does that? So it's like,
right.
We all had great stories to tell. Mine was, I wanted to get back in the music industry, But one of the biggest things was like, I have a family, I have little kids. How are we gonna make this happen? How are we gonna make this work? So I was showing people how you can make it happen, how you can make it work, how your family can be. My daughter's still in Maryland, and me and my husband out there trying to just get my career jump started. I show people like, it can be done. There should never have been an option to quit, and yeah. So I help heal and help a lot of people.
Definitely.
To show that if I can do it, you can too.
Because, you've been through so much and things that people don't even know. Just a little bit from what you've been able to tell us. But let me tell you something about me when it comes to, because I'm an artist as well. I recognize when there is something deeper and there's something deep with that person. It tells in their vocals. You can tell that that person has a serious story. Other people who come flocking among, singing, and they're just like all regular. So they be like, oh, I don't have a story. We're just ordinary people. I've been spoiled my whole life, but I can tell, through your music that you're just that real down artist.
Thank you. And a lot of people should be able to tell from somebody's voice, or if not their voice, then by their eyes, because the eyes never lie. And people could just tell. I think with me, I've always been taught, because of my radio history and background just from growing up, it's not what you say, it's not what you do. A lot of people, if they want to be in their feelings, they're going to be in their feelings. But it's how you make people feel. So I know coming into a lot of people are going to feel that, oh, Mo always be turned up, she loud, she this and that. And I'm just like, that's natural. Like at my house, we always on joke time, we always on turn up time. That's just us. But at the end of the day, I'll always make sure that somebody I'll give people my last. There's some I have given people my last, and they didn't realize it. But because I gave out of my heart, God replenished. That's all for that whole system of treat people right, do people right, and God will honor that. Even if you don't get paid back in money, or oh, God's gonna give you a new car, this and that, you will reap and joy. Like I'm so happy with my life, and it's evident. That's all I want. I just want people to know that I keep it 100 all time, and I don't mean no harm. But at the same time, I just wanted to be happy. I wanted to know that there's still a place for me in this industry, because this is my job. This is all I do. So when I took my break to have my children and get my life in order, I didn't do that to be acting grand or just to fall back and be like, man, forget that. I was like, no, I really had to get my life together. This is serious. Like people will never understand. That's why I'm glad for this opportunity and platform, and even this interview, to share my story. Like, trust me, no matter what you do in life, you always, as long as you have blood running through your veins and you are not on life support, some people are on life support to get up. As long as you can get up in the morning, you have to get up and do something. Don't just sit around and do nothing. You are just wasting your life away. Don't do that.
That is so true. That's why I try to tell people, don't just be sitting there. Go do something.
Yeah. People just think they can sit around and be cute. Cute doesn't pay bills. Because all these girls, they're like, oh, that girl can know she might be selling some coochie. But at least she's doing something. You know what I'm saying? People, however you got to get it, go get it. But just make sure that's what you want to do. Don't just do it because, oh, everybody else doing it. Don't do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, you have to deal with you. And sometimes people just, they don't know who they are. I'm glad I found out who I was. I know who I am. And I walk in it. And you can tell I walk in it with boldness, because there were times even with the show, and even sometimes I'd be like, man, is this all worth it? But it is. It really is.
Most definitely. So now let's talk about your music. Now, I got to tell you, P.S. I Love You, that was a great album. I just love it.
Thank you.
What inspired that, the title and just that concept?
It was just basically, every time I write an album, just like preachers say, before it hits everyone else, it has to affect me. It has to make me feel some type of way. And I know that a lot of people, they don't realize that they're not being real with themselves. I always look at some people like, she did that because she don't love herself enough to know that you don't have to do that to get ahead. You don't have to compromise anything that you don't want to just to I guess, to seem more relevant or whatever than what you are. There are a lot of people who are out here being carbon copies. So I'm like, you don't have to be that. God made us all individuals and in his image. So if you try to be somebody else, if you try to go get your boobs done because you think that'll make the boys like you, then you just make yourself look dumb, because one of them, then you going to just be all these girls that was getting their ass shots and stuff like that, trying to be like everybody else. And then people were dying because Like, so you're willing to risk your life for a physical attribute that you think people are going to like you and they're really going to clown you? No, why don't you do something, and this is me speaking to me. I've never risked anything physically for something that I felt that, it'll make everybody like me more. That's why I was just like, I love me because, child, I'm not going to kill myself. Now, I would die for certain people, like my children, people, my family, but I'm not going to kill myself because things don't go my way. So basically, that behind that was just like the song I did with Tweet, which was the lead single, I Love Me. There are a lot of people in relationships, and you put in so much. I've seen people, like, they either, like, have you ever seen somebody, they just seem so happy to be getting it, and you like, girl or boy, that ain't the one for you. And then you try to tell them, and then they don't listen, and then next you know, they start losing themselves. Some people have even lost their lives trying to keep up with the one they love. And I'm just like, you love them more than you love themselves. They don't take care of themselves. You ever see somebody, they lose themselves? And I'm like, if you just take LOSE and just change that S to a V, just love yourself. Don't lose yourself. And I try to preach that in my messages, like when it comes to my albums, which are basically my ministry. Some people get it, some people it goes over their head. But if one person get it, and they say I changed their life or I changed them through their outlook through my.
Mo?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, say that last part again.
No, I'm saying if my music has changed anyone else's life, even if it's just one person, I'm cool with that because I know that it's changing my life. Like, I can't sing or speak about anything that, that's hindering me. I don't believe in that. There's some people, go turn up, go do this, and that's cool. But when you're done at the party, you done, and you come off your high, you come off being drunk, you still got to deal with the reality of it all. And are you really comfortable and cool with your reality? If you are, then just love yourself enough to know that, okay, this is the choice and decision I made. You have to be cool with living with the decisions and the choices that you make. Can't blame it on nobody else. Time out for that.
Most definitely. Deep message. I love it. I just freaking love you. You seriously are the truth. And I just had to tweet you that, too, right now, because you seriously are. And, like, your songs, I'm a Diva and L's Up now, Mo, seriously, those songs are the truth. Can I ask, like, how did you come up with the concept for both? Because I really rock with it. It's really, to this time of R&B with that hip-hop influence a little bit. So I definitely dig it. How'd you come up with those?
Well, I'm a Diva. That wound up being the theme song for R&B Divas LA. So a lot of people just like, where can I hear this song? Like for like the whole time, because the only time I get to hear it is when it come on the show, and it's only 30 seconds. I'll be like, well, dang. So I decided to make the whole song. There's just a lot of people. I would say, even though I say I'm a diva, for the men, you could say I'm a leader, I'm a divo, I'm a preacher, whatever you want to say, but realize who you are, It's like the drive of the song is like, I ain't never ever going to stop. No, I ain't never ever going to quit. Like, for everything that you say, you have to have a reason why you say, because I'm a diva. I'm going to take it to the top, and I ain't never going to take no shit. I'm not going to take nobody's shit, because at the end of the day, what you accept is what you allow, and that's what you become. It's like, if you don't take nobody's shit, you will always be the shit. So I tell people, like, don't walk around here and be, okay, all right, that's what they say. Stop accepting everything people hand to you. Go out and get your own. And it's like, always handle our business, babe, getting money, take care of our mind. That's the way that I live. Meaning, I'm not going to live off no handouts. There's some people who have to have assistance to get on their feet, but once you're on your feet, baby, hit that ground, run. It's like, and yes, I'm a hustler, baby. That's like some Jay-Z stuff. Yes, I'm a hustler, baby. So you could get with that, or you could be like this. So you could be like them over there that ain't doing much enough, or you could be like this, that I wake up and I just, like, that song is like the workout anthem. That's the song that's supposed to get you pumped in the morning. As soon as that horn come on, and that's supposed to make you just want to pump through and just march. Just like, yes, I believe this thing. So that's the song that's supposed to help you believe in yourself, because it made me a believer. Just like, yo, a lot of times people think when you're a diva, you have to act grand, or you have to act so extra. No, because even when Beyonce said, she said, diva is a female version of a hustler. It's just like, yo, I actually do that, and I do something with my life. And you might mistake me for, not saying being a man, but I go hard like I'm a dude. That's the way it is. Like, I don't come home empty-handed. I'm sorry. That's not in my blood. So that was that. And then with L's Up, it just was basically like, everybody putting their hands in the air, and you just like, putting your hands in the air in church is a sign of surrender. Just like, Lord, I give my all to you. open out, pour out your blessings and let me receive them, because they always come from the top and it trickle on down. So what L is up is just like, hold your L up, whatever your L is in your life, but I do want it to be a reflection of you will not lose. So if you just stand up, like, I'm not going to lose today. Somebody get it, instead of fighting back and forth, throw your L up. You know what? I'm going to let you have this one, but just know I'm going to come back greater. Sometimes we are so used to fighting back. Sometimes you don't realize you don't have to fight people back. They beat their own self up. And that's why when you see somebody having a bad day, you can go to them and be like, is everything okay? Sometimes that's all people need. And that comes from love and loyalty, longevity, liberty, just living your life. When you live your life, you know that when somebody enters the room and something's off with their spirit, whether they're going through something, you should just be able to go tell them a good word. You should be able to uphold and uplift. If you're not doing that, then you might as well keep it moving. So L's Up is just not only is it an uplifting song, but it's a song that just lets you know that, like, one of the biggest battles that I've dealt with my whole career is Cynthia versus Little Mo. So it's me saying to myself, like, do I want to quit? And then sometimes I have to remind myself, no, this Little Mo is what Cynthia created, so you got to deal with it. So you got to deal with everything that comes with being, an artist, and I just got to own up to it. So that's basically it.
Right. So now, are those going to be on this album that comes out next year?
Well, actually, those are just 2 singles we put out. They're online everywhere, not just iTunes, everywhere online. And we'll see, because I have so many songs and music and stuff that we're working on. I'm telling you, like, if people like those songs, then they're going to love the new style. It's still the classic mode and songs that make you feel good. We're like, oh, yes, it's going to be some real singing, but it's just going to be next level. Like, we're going to really be singing. A lot of times I held back because I was like, nobody want me singing all over the place. So I'm just like, yes, they do. That's what they want to hear from me. Me hollering and screaming and just getting emotional. People love that from me. So I'm not going to suppress my sound anymore.
Right. Now, that was Charli Baltimore who's peeking in the line. Now, would you do something could y'all do something together?
Yeah, that would be hot. I love her. But she's dope.
I'm taking Charli off of mute. Can y'all do something?
Hey, Mo.
Like...
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
I'm steady saying, oh, it's Mo on the line. I'm trying to say hi. Y'all got me on mute. Hey, Mo.
Hey.
I had to bring y'all both in.
I'm a huge fan. Huh?
Why?
I said I had to bring y'all in. Can y'all do something?
Oh, man. I would love to. I've always been a fan.
Hey, yeah. I'm totally with that, so.
I think that would be dope. And I think that's something, y'all, with, the whole Murder Inc. thing, I think it would just be something real, dope, be the new test of time for 2014. So I think the fans would love something like that.
And another thing is because we still look good. There's a lot of people who ain't been in this industry as long as us. We like, yeah. Like, I follow Charli on Instagram, and I was just like, I love her whole movement. Like, I'm just like, you just ever see somebody be like, yeah, that chick is bad. But then, like, your daughter that models, I'm just like, yo, she got some pretty daughters. And that makes me hype about my daughters. We're like, yo, yeah, we cute, and we roll together. That's how me and my family is. You keep your
right
close to this industry. Trust and believe that.
Yeah, you ain't got no other choice but to.
Yep.
Hey, Mo was supposed to be Murder Inc. I don't know what happened. I came in the tail end of it, but I remember she was supposed to be Murder Inc. Probably was best that she didn't make that call. Murder Inc. Pan out too good, but I remember coming in on the tail end. I remember Irv saying, Mo was Murder Inc. So.
Yeah, Sylvia wasn't letting that go down. She was like, nah. I was like, well, damn. But, hey, everything works out.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
Definitely. Well, Mo, just kind of to wrap up with you, so what can we expect from you? You got the singles that are coming out, R&B Divas. Now, you trying to do your own spinoff, though, right?
If that comes, I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna knock no part of that hustle, because at the end of the day, once you're on TV, so many things open. Like, we're headed to LA next week, because as soon as people saw me, they was just like, yo, will she ever want to be on TV for real? So a lot of production companies are turning plays or books into movies, and they might go straight to BET or whatever. Like how Lifetime has those movies. So I've gotten a couple of calls for those. So I'm gonna get my ass together and go to LA and get this money. Once that window of opportunity reopens, because it don't always open sometimes. Once it reopens, you just gotta be ready to receive. You can't. Oh well, maybe. Nope. You better go, or else I'm telling you,